In this video, I wanted to try painting some easy flowers. So I'm just getting started by grabbing a canvas, some paint to do a base layer on the canvas. And here is an old painting I did. That was my first time trying the chunky painting style. And then I'm just grabbing this modeling paste. I'm using the heavy gel gloss, the clear one, because I'm going to add pigment, which I'm really excited about. I also need my palette knives. I have all of these lying on the floor. I'm clearly very organized, I know. And here are the pigments I'm using. I'm using Pearl X pigments. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they're just like this shimmery metallic type of pigment, or I guess they're not all metallic, they're shimmery. I don't know, Pearl X. But here I'm just getting out a canvas and opening it up. This is like my third or fourth chunky painting, I would say, that I've made. I have a couple of other videos if you're interested in watching my other attempts at chunky paintings, but this was my first time trying out using pigments in the chunky paintings, and I'm really excited about how it looks and how it's gonna turn out. So I picked out the pigments. I just went through and was trying to decide what I wanted to do. I did decide on flowers, so I picked out green for the leaves, and then I decided there was a pretty lilac purple, so I thought that could be really pretty for the flower. This also inspired me to do like a lilac. Is it lilacs? I think they're lilacs. That type of painting I think I want to do, but if that's something you want to see, let me know and I can definitely do that. Comment and let me know if you're interested in that. And here is me shaking up the bottle. I have the shaking my paint bottle song on because I don't know why, but I think that's just so funny to me. And I realized in my last video I forgot to put in the shaking the paint bottle song. I put it by the text on the screen. I mentioned that I'm going to play the shaking the paint bottle song, but then I forgot to go back in and actually add the song, so sorry about that. We missed out on that last time. But anyways, oh my gosh, I'm trying to stop saying anyways because I listen back to these voiceovers I'm doing and I say anyways so much. So much. Take a shot every time I say anyways. Anyways. What's a new transition word, guys? I don't know. But I'm taking my acrylic paint and I'm just spreading it across the canvas, painting it on. And I had to, of course, speed this up because who wants to sit here and just watch me slowly paint a canvas? Not me, that's for sure. But I sped it up and it's this pretty shade of blue. I thought complemented the green and the purple really well. It's, I think, the Martha Stewart brand. And then I'm taking the heavy gel gloss. I got this one by Golden from Michaels. Currently, they're having a sale. I love their sales when I can buy, I think it's buy two, get one free. I think they have on. And they always have those 40% sales, 40% off sales. I love it. I love Michaels. A huge fan. Not sponsored by Michaels, just and as you can see, I added way too much pigment here, like so much pigment, but I didn't know how to take any off, so we're just going with it. We're mixing it in, and I did it that slowly because I didn't want the pigment to poof and fly everywhere, but I sped it up for you guys so you don't have to sit here and watch me painstakingly slowly mix in this pigment. But that's what I'm doing, just mixing it in as best as I can. And then I started putting down the petals. And they turned out pretty cute, I think. I definitely need to make sure I keep the petals super chunky because it does dry, and if there's any part that's too thin, you can see the blue underneath, which I do like, but I think if you want to make it like super opaque, make sure you have pretty hefty chunks of globs of paint on there. You'll see in the final product what I mean by that. I mean, I think it looks cool, and I liked it. It's sort of a little bit messier and, you know, like how I made it. But anyways, I'm just putting down a couple petals and kind of swirling the center. I wasn't sure at this point if I would go in with a different color for the center of the flowers. I decided not to, but I wasn't sure, so I just swirled it and tried to kind of make it look pretty. But I'm also doing some petals that go off the page, and I'm just going around the whole canvas and adding flowers. And you can see my face pop in there a couple times as I leaned over the canvas to try and see what I was doing. It's harder than it looks to paint with a tripod in front of you, I will say, and trying to remember to make sure I'm in frame the whole time and everything like that. But I added some more of the heavy gloss gel medium to my palette and added in the pigment and kept adding more and more flowers. At some point, I think my camera does die, and I didn't get all of the footage of me putting on the flowers, but it's pretty much the same process over and over and over again. Yep, it died. So actually, no, it didn't die. It ran out of my SD card ran out of space because I had been filming for so freaking long. But I am now going back, and with the last little scrapes I have left of the heavy gel gloss, I'm going in and doing the leaves, so the green part. And I wanted to do this a little bit differently. Instead of using the palette knife to make like how I made the flower shape, I decided, and if you can see here, I'm carefully tapping a little bit out onto the lid, and then from there I'm putting it into the medium, because I did not want to use up all of the pigment like I did last time. But this was I probably didn't need this much pigment, to be honest, but I am really happy with how vibrant and pretty it turns out. So anyways, back to what I was saying about the technique I decided to use for this was that I didn't want to use the palette. I wanted to use a Ziploc bag and kind of pipe on the leaves like little squiggles, because I thought that would look really cool. So I'm just taking a Ziploc bag and I'm putting this guacamole looking paint into the corner of the bag, and I'm just scraping off every little bit I can because I don't want to waste any paint. And I'm sealing off the bag and using a flat edge to just scrape all of the paint down into the corner. And then I cut off the tip of that and I'm using it as a little piping bag. And I'm piping on the leaves because I thought that was really fun. And if you're looking for a quick and easy painting, I would say this was relatively quick. There was a lot of drying time, obviously, to wait. But it's pretty easy to get a handle with the palette knife and to squeeze out. You just need to be kind of slow and controlled when you're squeezing out the leaves. But I think if you're looking for an easy painting to do, if you're not artsy and you can't really draw or anything like that, like I'm really bad at drawing. I would not say I'm super artistic, but I think that this turned out really cute and it's fun. I'm gonna probably put it up on my wall or on one of my shelves or on my bookshelf or something. I think it's a really cute little painting that was really fun to make, and it's super easy for beginners if you're a beginner like me. So here's the final product. I let it dry for a couple of days and it still was not fully dry, I think, so I'm probably going to leave it a little bit longer. But yeah, here's what it looks like, a little close-up on all of the texture. I just love the texture. I love how the pigment looks. The leaves are so pretty and I'm really happy with how it turned out. Let me know what I should make next if you want more videos like this, chunky paintings, crafts,